It starts like countless traffic stops across America. A patrol car spots a vehicle speeding, lights flash, and officers expect the driver to pull over. But in these moments, hesitation turns into horsepower. Instead of stopping, suspects hit the gas, launching officers into high-risk pursuits where every turn, every lane change, and every decision could mean the difference between capture and catastrophe. The moment that Camaro blasts past 100 miles per hour, troopers know they're no longer dealing with a simple traffic violation. High-performance cars like this can accelerate and maneuver aggressively, forcing officers to stay calculated behind the wheel. One question always hangs in the air during pursuits like this. Is the suspect desperate, reckless, or both?
Get on the ground now! Get on the fucking ground! I'm gonna shoot you!
Troopers eventually executed a pit maneuver on the exit 26 Liberty Road ramp, causing the Camaro to spin and become disabled with airbags deploying. The driver, later identified as Taiwan Javon Wyatt, jumped out and ran across multiple lanes of I-20, attempting a final escape on foot. Officers from the Villa Rica Police Department quickly closed in and took him into custody without further incident. The vehicle was later confirmed to have been stolen from a Union County dealership. He outran
Here comes one of the most decisive tools in pursuit tactics. The pit maneuver. Executed correctly, it allows officers to spin the suspect vehicle and end the chase quickly. But timing is everything. At highway speeds, even a controlled maneuver carries serious risk for everyone involved.
Traffic, but not the consequences. Charges fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, possession of stolen vehicle, improper tag, a triple-digit run in a stolen Camaro, ended on foot and in handcuffs. He made it across the interstate, but not past accountability. December 31st, 2024, in Moore, Oklahoma, traffic units identified a vehicle driven by 35-year-old Kayla Cervantes, who had active felony warrants. Officers attempted a traffic stop, but Cervantes refused to pull over and quickly accelerated away. As patrol units followed, she began making erratic moves through nearby streets and intersections. It was clear she wasn't planning to deal with those warrants that afternoon.
Westbound, it's a white Dodge Ram pickup. Bag 15, Zebra Tom, 858. Perfect. Southbound Walker. Southbound Walker. So you're southbound Walker? He's going to come back northbound on Walker. Northbound. So you're northbound Walker. Through the Casey's gas station parking lot. Now Johnny is still in the parking lot. Out to the service road. There you go. going back.
Cervantes pushed through red lights, cut across lanes, and even veered into oncoming traffic while trying to shake pursuing officers. The chase moved through busy roadways and parking lots, forcing other drivers to react quickly to avoid a collision. Speeds climbed as officers maintained distance, waiting for the safest moment to intervene. Whatever exit she was hoping for, it wasn't showing up on this route.
Now the risk level skyrockets. The suspect is blowing through red lights and even drifting into oncoming traffic. Officers maintain distance here, a tactic designed to reduce pressure while waiting for the safest opportunity to intervene. But every intersection becomes a gamble. Would you keep pushing the pursuit or back off?
I'm in a pursuit. Go westbound, southeast, 240 westbound. TBI crash, start medical. 240 in May, start medical.
Clear, TBI, 240 in May, starting info.
Near the intersection of I-240 and May Avenue, officers executed a pit maneuver to bring the pursuit to an end. The vehicle tipped onto its side before sliding to a complete stop, allowing officers to move in quickly. Cervantes was taken into custody without further resistance and evaluated by medical personnel at the scene. After being cleared at a nearby hospital, she was transported to the Cleveland County Detention Center. The only thing she didn't hit that night was the brakes. Charges fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, outstanding felony warrants. What started as a warrant check turned into a risky run through city streets. She tried to outrun the stop, but the charges were already waiting.
He's going to go back eastbound. He's in the median. Stand by.
On a Wednesday afternoon in Paducah, Kentucky, Kentucky State Police attempted to stop a vehicle driven by Marion Dalton Barnes after earlier units had already watched him flee from local officers. When the trooper moved in, Barnes immediately took off, pushing the situation onto the interstate. It was clear this wasn't going to end with a simple citation. Within moments, the chase was heading westbound at high speed.
It's crazy.
946, I'm trying to get down on your breakneck.
If he keeps locking it up on me, I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know if he's about to get out with something.
I'm coming.
Yeah, we're off-road. We're off-road before the 4. Off-road before the 4. We're by a AAA storage off-road. He's going through a field right now. He's back on the interstate going eastbound.
And we're coming eastbound from the 4. Mid-tires.
Barnes weaved through traffic, sideswiping at least one vehicle while forcing officers to stay defensive behind him. He repeatedly locked his brakes, veered into the median, and even drove off-road through fields in an attempt to shake pursuing units. Stop sticks were deployed as the chase stretched across multiple exits, but the driver continued pushing forward. Whatever escape he imagined, it was running out of road fast.
This suspect is doing everything possible to shake the pursuit, weaving through traffic, locking brakes, even going off-road through open fields. At this stage, officers often deploy stop sticks to disable tires. The longer a chase like this lasts, the more unpredictable the suspect's next move becomes.
Going off-road again towards the church at the 7th.
Off-road at the 7.
Just went through a fence in the parking lot of the big church.
10-4 through the fence at the church.
He's going towards Pecan, Going towards Pecan. WKCTC.
10-4 hit. I'll let you know. Major 1 now going over belt line over to half. Speed trick 70.
Traffic, you might be armed with papers if we do that.
10-4, just use your high-risk stop procedures. McCrack is advising you if we terminate, they will terminate as well. He is ran into the vehicle on the belt line over pass.
The pursuit finally came to a stop along Paducah's south side belt line after Barnes lost control near Irvin Cobb Drive and Brown Street. Officers quickly surrounded the vehicle and ordered him out at gunpoint. He surrendered on the roadway and was taken into custody without further resistance. Investigators later confirmed multiple collisions occurred during the chase, adding to an already long list of charges. The only thing Barnes didn't hit was the brakes when it mattered most. Charges: fleeing and eluding, reckless driving. Leaving the scene of an accident. Property damage, traffic violations. A reckless attempt to outrun law enforcement turned into dozens of charges in just a matter of minutes. He outran traffic, but not accountability.
Stop. Stop. Stop the car. Roll down the window and stop the car. You are being stopped. Stop the car. Oh, you gotta wait for a second. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Stop moving. No, stop moving.
On May 17, 2025, in Sharonville, Ohio, officers attempted to stop a vehicle displaying a fake license plate just after 5:30 p.m. When police activated their lights, the driver, 54-year-old Alicia Bryant, suddenly accelerated and struck a patrol cruiser while trying to escape. Officers immediately recognized this wasn't going to be a routine stop. Before anyone could reset, the chase was already underway.
Yeah, we're continuing. We're back in the parking lot of Qtol Products, KULTOL. Continuing in the direction of Monticello. I think we're going to be getting back onto Enterprise. Yeah, back on a partnership from Qtol. Going through the business parking lot right now.
That's the last ticket, Charles.
They just ran off the road, going into the parking lot.
We're dipping into the ladder US
Still back into the parking lot of Q-Tall. Almost hit another officer.
Go back out, Enterprise, Bruce sticks out there, just to come back around on an Enterprise.
Yep, we're headed back to Enterprise, back where they originally entered into Q-Tall. We're going back that way.
Somebody can get stick by Enterprise.
They're going to be on you in any second.
In about a minute.
It's clear.
One of her vehicular assault on an officer. Wait until I have sticks at 3 Harvard.
Bryant drove the wrong way on Kemper Road before pushing onto I-275, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour. Traffic ahead was forced to scatter as she made sharp lane changes and ignored repeated commands to stop. Officers coordinated positions while deploying stop sticks along the route. Whatever plan she had, it wasn't built for highway speeds.
Sticks hit at the 52.6, continuing though east. Sticks hit on at least one, I believe.
There's sticks hit on one car for the double thing.
Stop sticks have finally connected, and now the suspect's tire is losing air. This is where patience becomes critical. Officers avoid rushing in too quickly, allowing the damaged vehicle to slow naturally. But even on a blown tire, some suspects keep pushing forward, turning the final moments of a pursuit into the most dangerous.
Still a high-speed lane. Zach, I'll go for driver, you go for passenger. They split, if you're good with that.
They just lost their whole fire here. They lost their whole fire, going to be crashed down.
Okay, that's clear.
I got the driver, I got the driver, I got the driver. Get up, Bill!
After multiple stop-stick deployments, Bryant's vehicle finally slowed to a halt along I-275. She then jumped out and attempted to run, but officers quickly closed the distance and tackled her on the highway shoulder. Bryant was taken into custody without further incident, and no injuries were reported despite the dangerous conditions. The pursuit lasted approximately 15 minutes before coming to an end. The only thing she didn't outrun was accountability. Charges fleeing and eluding assault on a police officer, driving under suspension, expired tags, drug paraphernalia, outstanding warrant. A fake plate check turned into a 10-mile highway pursuit in minutes. She ran from the stop, but the consequences were already gaining ground. January 20th, 2026, in North Little Rock, Arkansas, Pulaski County deputies attempted to stop a white Mercury Grand Marquis when the driver refused to pull over. Arkansas State Police Sergeant Monroe responded to assist and quickly became the primary unit in the pursuit. The driver continued pushing forward despite clear signals to stop. It was obvious this wasn't going to end with a warning.
They've got 2 units in the pursuit. Set down. Yeah, I'll show you that. I'm following that. TBI. TBI. Number breakdown starts at 16. TBI 2325.
Sergeant Monroe initiated a pit maneuver, but the driver abruptly braked and overcorrected while trying to regain control. The Mercury veered off the roadway and slammed into a large tree, bringing the pursuit to a violent stop. Officers rushed in and found the driver, later identified as Jesse Adair of North Little Rock, pinned inside the vehicle with injuries. Medical crews responded as deputies secured the scene and placed Adair under arrest. The only thing he didn't hit was the brakes. Charges: fleeing possession of a controlled substance, driving on a suspended license. A short run turned into a hard lesson against a tree line. He tried to outrun the stop, but the road had other plans. On February 3rd, 2025, in the Netherlands, near the A2 motorway, officers attempted to stop a vehicle that initially appeared to be pulling over. As units positioned behind it, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled at high speed. Dutch police quickly realized this wasn't going to be a simple roadside check. Within seconds, the pursuit was racing down the highway.
Naderen nu afslag Sint-Joost. Haalt wederom in over de vluchtstrook. Afslag Sint-Joost, definitief genomen.
Definitief genomen. Ik kan nu het verhaal horen. In ieder geval veel emoties. Ja, vergeef 1204 al, deed 1204 af.
Wat zijn we?
Dankjewel. Ga ik terug naar de achtervolging. Ja, we zitten op de reeksweg richting Lunnen. Snelheid 188 km/h.
De rotonde nog altijd rechtdoor over de Rijksweg richting Roermond.
De moeilijkste stel voor dat ik wel even afbreken als het door Roermond gaat. Met deze snelheid, met de activiteiten te zijn, ik denk dat niet wat.
Ja, we doen het blauw uit.
The suspect vehicle surged past traffic at speeds exceeding 200 kilometers per hour, repeatedly using the shoulder to overtake other drivers. Officers coordinated positions.
Speeds now exceed 200 kilometers per hour as the suspect blasts past traffic using the shoulder to overtake cars. At this velocity, reaction time disappears. Officers must constantly evaluate whether the danger to the public outweighs the need to continue the pursuit, a decision that can change second by second.
While the pursuit moved through exits, roundabouts, and secondary roads toward the northern region. Even as units considered calling it off due to safety risks, the driver continued pushing forward. Whatever plan he had, it wasn't slowing down for anyone.
En je eigenlijk door het bos, door een modderpad, even kijken waar het dadelijk uitkomt. Lijkt dadelijk aan het einde. Ja, das ist Grenzübergang Wolfhagen-Mühle. Für die deutsche Kollegin Grenzübergang Wolf sind die Grenze rüber. Die fahren jetzt auf den hängenden Feld. Die Straße heißt N. Die Straße heißt N. Die Geschwindigkeit für 100 Stundenkilometer. Ja. Das Negativ, das ist die Mühlenstraße. Die Mühlenstraße ist danke.
Dat is het. Wir sehen die deutsche Polizei, die sind mit uns. Dat komt dadelijk in het Wortslag.
Deutsche Polizei hat angeschlossen. Heino, können Sie übernehmen?
Rechts vrij, links vrij. Rechtsaf, rechtsaf. Ja. Een beetje een kninkje naar rechts toe.
Heino haben wir eingesetzt Kräfte. Unser 1131 übernimmt die Verfolgung. Ist jetzt das Fahrzeug bei uns. Ständige Kontaktaufnahme.
Ja, Alex 4214. Ik zie u in ieder geval nog rijden op de straat Lin. Op de straat Lin.
The chase crossed into Germany, where local police took over and safely stopped the vehicle. The suspect was arrested without further incident. Charges: fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, dangerous overtaking, failure to obey police orders. He outran one country, but not the consequences. On January 21, 2026, in Fayette County, Georgia, Lieutenant Aiken spotted a red SUV matching the description of a recently stolen vehicle out of Noonan. As the SUV passed near Brooks-Woolsey Road and Antioch Road, Lieutenant Aiken, along with Deputy Nelson, moved in to initiate a traffic stop. Instead of pulling over, the driver hit the gas and immediately began trying to put distance between himself and the deputies. It was clear this wasn't going to end with a simple citation. The SUV accelerated fast, pushing speeds beyond 115 miles per hour as it tore down the roadway, weaving around traffic and ignoring stop signs. Deputies followed closely while the driver made aggressive lane changes, barely leaving room for anyone else on the road. Every turn looked rushed, every move more desperate than the last. Whatever plan he had, it wasn't getting safer at this speed.
It's 1050 radio rollover.
As deputies prepared to call off the pursuit for safety, the SUV suddenly lost control near Brooks-Woolsey Road and the Highway 85 connector. The vehicle rolled over, coming to rest off the roadway as deputies rushed in to secure the scene. The driver, later identified as a 17-year-old juvenile reported missing earlier that day, was removed from the wreckage. Fortunately, he avoided major injuries and was taken into custody without further incident. The chase stopped, but his problems didn't. Charges fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, speeding driving without a license, providing false information to an officer. What started as a stolen vehicle report ended with a high-speed gamble that could have gone far worse. He outran traffic for a while, but not the consequences. On January 21, 2026, in Cleveland County, Arkansas, Trooper Connor Nash spotted a gray GMC Terrain speeding eastbound on State Highway 8 near the Calhoun-Dallas County line. Radar confirmed the vehicle moving well above the posted limit, prompting Nash to activate his emergency lights. Instead of pulling over, the driver accelerated and continued down the highway. It was clear this stop was about to turn into something more.
Southbound Highway 8 near Smith Chapel Road, Arkansas, 341 719 719. It's a gray GMC KDF, speeds 90 miles an hour. Got the flashing jumper.
Where you going?
Direction eastbound.
Can I take from here?
The GMC surged ahead, reaching speeds near 100 miles per hour while passing vehicles in unsafe areas and forcing oncoming traffic toward the shoulder. Wet roadway conditions only added to the danger as the driver ignored multiple safe places to stop. Trooper Nash maintained position, tracking the vehicle's movements and waiting for the safest opportunity to intervene. Whatever plan the driver had, it wasn't built for control.
Coming up to Highway 97, speed still 95. TBI. At 97.
Driver, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Roll the window down! Let me see your hands!
Near State Highway 97, Trooper Nash executed a pit maneuver that successfully brought the pursuit to an end. The GMC came to a stop and both the driver, later identified as Deborah Biggers, and her passenger were ordered out of the vehicle. Additional units arrived to secure the scene while both occupants were medically checked and cleared. Biggers was later cited and released due to limited jail space. The chase stopped, but her problems didn't. Charges fleeing and eluding, driving on a suspended license, speeding, reckless driving, improper passing, driving too fast for conditions, a wet roadway and high speeds led to a predictable ending. She pushed her luck, and the highway pushed back. January 19, 2026, in Little Rock, Arkansas, Little Rock police requested assistance from Arkansas State Police during a pursuit involving a black Chevy Tahoe connected to a suspect with multiple felony warrants. When officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver refused to pull over and fled, leading troopers on a pursuit.
Southbound
Good one. Go on 280 at 263 for Ave 99, 1037. Going through some parking lots, he's about the bill.
As the pursuit reached the Park Plaza area, the suspect, later identified as Clinton Bedford, jumped out of the Tahoe while it was still moving, sending the vehicle rolling into a patrol unit before coming to a stop. Officers quickly boxed Bedford in as he attempted to flee on foot and moved in to take him to the ground. After a brief struggle, he was restrained and placed in handcuffs once officers secured both arms. Bedford attempted to provide false names, but fingerprint identification confirmed his identity and outstanding warrants. The chase ended in a parking lot and back in custody. Charges: fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, driving on a suspended license, providing false identification, outstanding felony warrants. A short attempt to dodge multiple warrants only added more charges to the list. Bedford stepped out of the vehicle and straight back into custody. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.
From stolen vehicles to outstanding warrants, these pursuits show how quickly routine stops can spiral into life-threatening situations. Thanks to coordination, tactical driving, and patience, officers brought each chase to an end. If you enjoy real pursuit breakdowns like this, hit like, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more.